Hello guys. So today I'm going to be making meatballs, vegetarian meatballs. And I know I was going to make the gumbo, but I am missing a key ingredient, so I'm going to have to move that to next week. But for dinner tonight, I am making vegetarian meatballs with a gravy over rice. So I decided to share this one with you. Um, and the gumbo recipe will be coming next week. I already have my okra because it came from outside. Yes, the garden. And but I'm just going to go ahead and do this today because this is what I have on hand. So I'm going to be using the Impossible Burger. Bought this at Trader Joe's. In here, this is going to be my part of my mixture the um, for the meatballs. So in here I have thyme, basil, oregano, onions, and garlic chopped all together already. And I'm going to be adding half of this mixture, and the other half, and as well as this onion here and the garlic here, will be added to my gravy. So like I said, I'm going to take half of this across here and add it to my meatball recipe. With that, I'm going to use this wonderful Italian spaghetti seasoning, Italian spaghetti seasoning that I got at the Italian grocery store. It's really, really good. So it's a mixture of dried chili peppers, parsley, garlic, dried tomatoes, salt, and garlic. So I'm going to be using probably about 2 teaspoons of this, and I'm going to add some extra onion powder, and yeah, I might even add some garlic powder because I really like garlic. But here I have poblanos and jalapenos because I really like spice. And I'll be using my Creuset Braiser for this today, and I'm going to be using canola oil to start the frying process or the sauteing process for the meatballs. These are breadcrumbs that will go in the meatballs as well. And if you are vegan, this is oat flour, but I actually just took oatmeal and ground it down until it made a flour. And yeah, about a tablespoon of this into your meatballs will hold it together. If you are not vegan and just vegetarian, you can always replace this with an egg or two. It's up to you. And then I have the flour here for the gravy, as well as some butter, or you can use margarine or earth balance, whatever's up. You can do it however you like. So guys, now I'm just going to add the peppers, the red, yellow, and the jalapenos, as well as the poblanos. And also, I forgot to mention, you're going to need some broth. I have vegetable broth, and I had it in the sink defrosting. Also, I'm putting in the Impossible Burger, and now I'm going to add the Italian seasoning to it, onion powder, as much as you like because it's your thing, and salt. This is about 2 teaspoons, maybe 2.5 teaspoons, and I'm just gonna mix all this together. I think this is the absolutely easiest part of this. Just mixing all of this together, making sure you get it all good and mixed. And I forgot to mention you need black pepper, so I'm going to add that here now. And now I'm going to add the Italian breadcrumbs. Followed by the oatmeal. And then I'm just going to mix it all together. This is what you want it to look like. It should be really easy to work with and still hold together. That's what you're really hoping for. That's what you really want. You want it to just stick together. I used canola oil in the braiser, and now I'm just going to use the spoon and Voila. How easy was that? So yeah, you're just going to make it into meatballs. I have the excess here. I'm going to get started on these first. And once these are all cooked the majority of the way through, then I'm just going to add the others. So these are just frying at medium heat. Right here, I just turned them over so that they can cook evenly on all sides. And all of that goodness that's left at the bottom, I'm going to use that for my gravy. And this is the second batch that went in. Now I just removed them so I could make the gravy using all of the little pieces and all of that was left behind in my gravy. So now I've added the onions and the bell peppers and the extra garlic that I had. Now I'm adding my butter. You can add Earth Balance, you can add the margarine, and you're just going to add that in and make sure you let that cook down before adding your flour. This is where we're getting started on the gravy. I love fall because this is the time I get to make all of these delicious savory meals. If you hadn't noticed, I'm more of a savory person than I am I don't care for sweets that much, but this is my favorite time of the year. So now you're just going to mix all this flour in, and this is where you're going to, I'm going to turn it down to a low heat, probably almost to simmer, because I don't want to burn the roux. And you're just going to keep stirring. All in all, I think this process is going to take me about 4 minutes. Yeah. And so this is the final product. Oh, and while you're cooking that, you want to add your stock, your vegetable stock to it. Here, I'm just adding a little bit more to the pan, just because I want it to be a little bit, want the gravy to be a little looser. So at some point here, I'm just going to pour it in from the side. And like I said, the reason why I forgot to show you guys is because it was defrosting in the sink. So I just added a little bit more so that it will loosen up the gravy a little bit. Now, if you want your gravy to be a bit darker, that is entirely up to you. You can add kitchen bouquet. That's the old school one. You can also add some Worcestershire sauce, however you say it, and or you can add a little soy sauce if you like. But I'm good with the color that it is. Right here, I added a little bit more of the red chili flakes because you guys know I like a little heat. And now I'm adding the meatballs back into the gravy to finish out cooking. So guys, this is the final product. As you can see, the sauce is nice and thick. I'm going to put this over rice. Yeah, it's pretty simple. The most difficult part I find about this recipe is actually making the gravy. The meatballs are like completely easy, but you can just make the meatballs and not worry about the gravy and use the meatball recipe in your spaghetti or whatever else you want to use it in, like meatball subs or what have you. But this is the final product. I actually sampled it because I couldn't help myself, and it tastes delicious if I say so myself. Anyway, I hope you guys get to try it. Once again, I'm using the Braiser. I did all of this in the Braiser. And this is the color Artichoke, just for anyone who wanted to ask. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!